Hey, this is like the fourth time I've had to make this video because I didn't realize I had my audio duplicating. So today I'm going to be showing you how to actually set up a Hytale server on Pterodactyl. So I assume you already know I have a Pterodactyl panel set up. If you don't, look up a tutorial on that. There's tons of great tutorials on setting up Pterodactyl. But once you do, let's just go straight into it. Let's go into nest over here and let's create a new nest. And I'm going to call it Hytale. And then I'm just going to click save. And then now that we have that new nest, let's go back to nest and let's do import egg. Sorry, my GPU is killing itself. And then associated nest, make sure you choose Hytale. And then for egg file, I have this link in the description, but just click download here. I already have it downloaded. And choose file, and then boom, choose your Hytale.json. And let's click import. And then I'm just gonna leave all this the same. I don't really change anything about the egg, and then I'm gonna click save. Go back to nest, and you should have an egg now under your Hytale. After this, let's go to servers and let's actually create the server. So I'm gonna create a new server, and I'm gonna choose a node. For me, I'm gonna choose Virginia. Choose whatever your node is. And then for the server name, why is it doxing me? Hytale. And then for the server owner, just put in your email or whatever it is for you. And then I'm just gonna leave it start server when installed. And then for the specs, I don't think they actually released an official like spec sheet for servers, but what I released for this tutorial, I'm just gonna do a 300 CPU limit, about 8 gigs. I wanted to, I'm just gonna give it 60 gigs, although I highly doubt it even needs that much. And then for the nest configuration, make sure you choose Hytale, make sure the egg is set to Hytale. And then accept early plugins. So I assume, although I'm not entirely sure, that this means that if you actually want to allow support for plugins, because right now it isn't really officially a thing. Like they haven't actually released everything that you would need. I mean, you can make plugins, and I might actually make a video on that, but it's a little bit like iffy right now. But for me, I want that, so I'm gonna click 1, and I assume that's what that means. I'm not entirely sure, but. And allow operators. This is basically if you want to allow the ability to actually use the op command in game. I want that, so yeah. And then create server. And then now I'm gonna exit admin, and I'm gonna go to the Hytale server, and we're gonna watch it install. So the first thing it's gonna ask is it's gonna ask to authenticate. This is basically just to verify the fact that you actually own the game. And you could do either one, but I'm just gonna click the link that already has the authentication code in it, and I'm gonna click approve. It might ask you to log in, just log in. And yeah, now that I've approved, it's gonna do the rest of the install, but it actually will ask you to authenticate again, and I will show that when we actually hit that. But for right now, let's just let it go through the process. Okay, so we've hit the second authentication. It says the server's booted, but you still need to authenticate the actual server. In the old egg, I usually did this automatically, but with this, we actually had to write some commands, so I'll show them. They're pretty simple. So do /auth login. And then I believe there's 2 options you can use. There's device and there's browser. Browser is really easy, but I was unable to actually get that to work for some reason. It wasn't working, so I'm just gonna use device. And so basically with this, you're gonna get a command or a code. Just copy this code right here, and then click the link right here. And then you just gotta paste that code. What in the hell is happening? You just gotta paste that code and click continue, and then click approve. And then you will be authenticated. After that, it's going to also say that it's only storing in memory. So right now, if you were to restart, you'd have to do that again. Obviously, you don't want that. So let's persist it. So to do that, let's do auth persistence. Persistence. And then I'm going to use encrypted, so it stores it encrypted on the disk. Make sure there's no space between that. And then just like that, make sure that there's a capital E because it does care. And then after that, it's now stored. And encrypted. So that's good now, and now your server's running, so let's just copy the IP and let's boot into the game. Hit play. One thing I love about this game is how quick it is. I mean, look at that. That was unbelievable. And then we'll go to servers and then add server. Connection address, put in this IP or put in your IP and then call it something. Then add server and then let's join it. And the first thing it's going to do is it's going to download the chunks. And also you'll get this spammed like constantly. I could not figure out why. It could just be because I have to increase more of my resources, but even then I tried that and I was still spamming. So maybe it's just a early bug or something. I really don't know. The spam is really bad, but it does get better over time, but it's a little annoying. But yeah, as you can see, the server is now started up, and you start off, I think, not opt, but we do /opt itself, and I'm now opt, and then we'll go M, and then I have to switch my game mode actually. It's very cool, but pretty cool. So yeah, there's that. The configuration is quite the same. If you come from Minecraft, you have to go to config.json, and there's a bunch of similar stuff. Pretty cool. Set the default game mode, max players, password, message of the day. Really cool stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much how you set up a Hytale server with Pterodactyl. If you guys have any other tutorial ideas, or if you want have any problems, make sure to comment on. I'll answer all the comments, or at least the ones I can get to. Also, I plan on making videos, like I said, on rating plugins. It's a little bit unofficial right now. And like you have to configure a good amount of stuff, and some of the stuff doesn't really work because a lot of the stuff, because that hasn't been officially released. I mean, you use like a template that was created before the game was even released. So there's some configuration, but at the end of the day, it does work. And you are able to. What in the hell is that? You are actually able to build a plugin. So yeah, that would be pretty cool. And then I also plan on really showcasing the machinima features, because that's mainly what my channel is about. So yeah. Yeah, hopefully so.